In this video, I'm going to show easy balance exercises for seniors and beginners. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over easy exercises that will help improve coordination and overall body balance. All of these exercises, they hit the body, they hit the muscles just a little bit differently. So make sure to go through them all and use what offers you the best results. As a bonus, all of the exercises can be done at home and they don't require any special equipment. In one video, I'm going to be using a tennis ball, but other than that, no special equipment. So let's get started. So here's a balance exercise inspired by one of the most important movies of the 1980s, The Karate Kid. And don't get me started on how Johnny Lawrence was robbed. So this one you're going to want to do next to a wall, a chair, anything that you can grab onto for balance. The first movement, what I'm going to do is just get used to balancing on one leg. Drive the knee up as much as you can. The more it goes up, the more challenging this will be. You want to hold this one for 10 to 15 seconds. And if you do have a lot of weakness or just imbalances across the hip or the pelvis, you're probably going to notice that your body will sway or start to tilt towards one side. Try to keep it in balance as much as you can. Also focus on tightening the core muscles too. It'll help build more support, making this a little bit easier. But from there, what I'm going to do is just go towards the other side and repeat. You want to do this one for about 3 to 5 repetitions on both sides and really focus on trying to drive that knee up as much as you can, but no high kicks like this. We're not trying to build into that at all. To make this more challenging, what you can do is close your eyes and do this. And you'll notice that your body, actually, wow, I'm really having a lot of trouble with this one, it's going to be more challenged to keep this in balance with your eyes closed. So give that a try on both sides. And if you do notice that one side, like let's say my left right here, is just a lot more challenging, it feels a lot more weak, build into it. Always focus on that weakness because over time it will help bring you more in balance. If you want to take this one to the next level, what we can then do is get back into that position but take our arms off to our sides and do circular motions. So you can go clockwise, counterclockwise. It will just target more muscles and force your body to really keep this in balance while you do it. So you can also write your name. You can do any movement you like. From there, what I'd like to do is just do awkward movements. Go off to the side, go diagonally, go in front, go overhead, anything that you feel is just a little bit more challenging because over time, it will definitely help just improve your balance. And if you are a brave soul, you can do this with your eyes closed. Wow, that one's really, really hard. So go through all of those motions. If you think that any of those positions work out a little bit more, at that point, spend some more time, throw some more repetitions in. So this balance exercise is what I call the tennis ball method. We just need something like a tennis ball, but you can also use a handball, a bouncy ball, anything that is soft and bounces. What I'm going to do is start with very good upright posture. Put all of your weight on one side, lift the other leg up. I'm going to slightly bend my knee until I feel my leg muscles and my glutes start to engage. From there, I'm going to take my tennis ball and do what is known as an around the body pass. So I'm just passing the ball around just like this. Doesn't matter what direction you start with because you're going to do it on both. I'd like to do this for about 10 times and you're really going to feel your body challenged to be kept upright and also to balance on this leg. So once we do 10 times, we're going to switch to the other side and repeat to hit the muscles just a little bit differently. From there, I'm going to take this one to the next level by then bouncing the ball on the floor and trying to catch it. This one is great because it's going to build coordination and activate the muscles in the upper body and the lower body. So just get used to balancing on your leg and then bouncing that ball right in front of you and catching it. And you might want to do this one next to a wall too or a chair so you can use it if you have a lot of balance issues. But I try to do that for a couple times. From there, what I'm going to do is then switch the placement. So if I went straight ahead of me, I'm going to go off to my side and then repeat this. So I'm going to go in different directions each time to challenge myself to balance that movement. If you want to make this one really challenging, let's see if I can do this. What you're going to do is bounce it with one hand and catch it in the other, just like that. So give that one a try. Go through any positions and throw more repetitions in on any that you think is more challenging. And when you're done on one side, always switch to the other to keep them both in balance. One of my favorite balance exercises is the bird dog. This one is great for building core, back, and leg strength, and it will also help quickly identify weakness in a particular limb or off to one side. This one can be done daily in bed or on a floor. Start on all fours like this. I'm going to start with the easiest variation of the bird dog and then progress into more challenging ones. So with the first one, I'm going to tighten my core for a little bit more support and then lift one arm up straight ahead just like this. For most people, this one is going to be very, very easy. But if you do have balance issues or weakness off to one side, your body may really be challenged to keep yourself in balance. So you might start to feel yourself sway a little bit. Do the best you can to keep your shoulders and across the hips level. Hold this position for 5 seconds. You're going to relax and then repeat it on the other side. You want to hold this one for 5 seconds on each side and then repeat 10 to 15 times. If you feel like you have a little bit more energy, you can throw in another set or two. So if this one is too easy, let's progress into doing the same thing with our legs. So I'm going to keep the top of my foot flat and then slide it away from me as much as I can, kind of like pointing my toes away from me. You're going to feel the calf muscles fire into the back of the leg, the hamstrings into the glutes. So really focus on feeling that. Once you do, you're going to then raise your leg up until it's pointing straight away from you. You're going to feel a ton fire into the core muscles and also the glutes. 5-second hold. You're going to relax and then you're going to repeat it on the other side. If you do have a lot of hip or pelvic imbalance or weakness, you may notice that one side will start to sag. Really focus on trying to keep it level across the hips and engage those muscles. During this exercise too, if you do notice that one side is more challenging, it just feels really tight, achy, or weak, focus on that. That's the side that is more or less your weak link, and you always want to challenge yourself to activate those muscles to bring everything in balance. So if that one right there is a little bit too easy, we can then progress into the full bird dog. So the movement is pretty much combining the arm and the leg, but you're going to alternate the sides. So if I'm doing my right leg, I'm going to lift up with my left arm, and your body will really be challenged with this one. I feel a ton firing into my abs. 5-second hold. We're just going to relax and then repeat it on the other side. If you really want to take this one to the next level, we can then add in what is known as dynamic movement to challenge the muscles just a little bit more. So with this one, let's start with our leg. I'm going to get back into that leg bird dog, but this time around, I'm going to hold it for 5 seconds, and then I'm slowly going to swing it up like this, hold it for a couple seconds, and then go back into that position. You'll notice that it hits the muscles just a little bit differently, and it challenges your body to keep this in balance. So give that a try on both sides. If you really want to make this the most challenging, what you can do is then alternate the other side's arm. So what I'm going to do is bring my elbow, bend it towards my knee like this at the same time in a nice fluid motion. Wow, I really feel a lot of muscles fire, but I try to do that for roughly about 10 to 15 repetitions on both sides. But give that a try, and again, focus on any spot or movement that feels weak. This balance exercise is really good for the lower body. It's going to help strengthen the back, the hips, the pelvis, and the legs. It's known as star taps. We just need a sturdy chair for this one without wheels. I'm going to be using the Wrestler Special, the metal foldable chair. So whatever side is closest to the chair, you're going to put all of your body weight onto the heel of that foot. Just use your hand right here to balance on the chair. We want very good upright posture. What I'm going to do is, whatever side is closest to the chair, I'm going to put all of my body weight on that foot and then slowly bend my knee downward until I feel a deep activation, the muscles start to fire, in the legs and the glute. The other leg is going to go straight like this. So this bent knee, we're going to keep it locked. We're not going to move through that leg. Instead, all the movement is going to go in this other leg. What I'm going to do is just tap in front of me with my foot. What you're going to notice is your body is going to be challenged to balance this movement. I like to do this for roughly about 3 to 5 times, and then I'm just going to switch a little bit outwards with it and do the same thing. You're going to notice it hits the muscles just a little bit differently. So the goal is to go all the way in front of you and then just do a nice complete arc, going off to your side right here and then working your way backward until you can't go any further. Once you can't go any further, you're just going to work your way back up. In any of these positions, if you feel like you have a lot of weakness, like the muscle is just really weak or it's just really hard to control that movement, that's your weak link. So you want to stop over that spot and throw more repetitions in. Again, always focus on the weak spots. From there, you can make this one a little bit more challenging by then trying to strengthen this bent knee a little bit more. So instead of this leg doing all the movement, what I'm going to do now is squat downwards with this knee. So now my other leg, being kept straight, is going to tap in front of me. This one is going to really fire those muscles into the leg and also the glute. So again, I do that for about 3 to 5 times, and then I just repeat that whole process, focusing on any spot that just feels very tight, weak, or it's just really hard to maintain. To make this one more challenging, do this without the aid of the chair, and at that point, all of your muscles will be challenged even further because they won't have the stability or the support of that chair. So give that a try, and whatever you do on one side, always switch to the other to keep them both in balance. If the exercises helped, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.